Some of those promises are reiterations of promises that the Lord made to David, which are not necessarily indicative of universal promises that apply to all Christians. These are, first of all, they're poetic. And the Psalms belong to that body of literature that we have in the Old Testament called wisdom literature. And wisdom literature, seen, for example, in the Proverbs, you get things like this. Don't answer a fool according to his folly. And then the next, they say, answer a fool according to her folly. Now,
what is it?
Now, how in the world do you square that?
Yeah.
It's like in our own proverbial adages that we have, look before you leap. He who hesitates is lost. Well, if you look before you leap, you're hesitating. So what you have in proverbial wisdom and poetic wisdom are general truths, not absolute commands or guarantees. They are guides, practical guides of wisdom. And God's normal providential care is such that we take comfort, that we live in the shadow of the Almighty, that we're under the cover of his wings, and all that the psalmist declares in Psalm 91. And we don't have to worry about the arrow that flies by day or the scourge that goes by night. Now, that doesn't mean that no Christian will ever suffer from cancer or ever be killed on the battlefield. Obviously, the rest of Scriptures make that clear, that some of the great ones were martyred. Stephen was killed, and he could have said, well, wait a minute, what about the 10,000 at my right hand, and naught shall come nigh thee? Again, these are general guidelines, general principles of how the beneficence of God's providence is poured out on a regular basis in the protection of his people.